Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's Sunday Reset. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the view from my balcony while I talk. It very much ties into today's message. So, if you tune into my astrology insight videos, you are aware of the fact that the North and South nodes have shifted from Pisces and Virgo to Aquarius and Leo. But the nodes tend to shift signs around every 2 years. It's close to 2 years. And funny enough that the Virgo Pisces axis basically started around a huge transition in my life. I think it was in September of 2024. And at that point in time, I was going through a massive change. And I wasn't really fully aware of how massive that change would be until here I am now, almost 2 years later, looking back and having this insane perspective. A brief overview of the nodes. Your North Node is the direction that your life is supposed to take. And the South Node is usually the work that you need to do, healing, whatever it is that you're supposed to be leaving behind. So, broad strokes of Pisces in the North Node and Virgo in the South Node is letting go of perfection and seeking perfection and sort of embracing a little bit more of a type B or C personality type as opposed to type A. On a personal level, these nodes were hitting my 12th and my 6th house, and my sun is actually in Virgo. So for me, it's very much my daily routines in my life, especially around work, and on a very, very deep level, my relationship with being of service to other people. I have always been the person who, if I hear that someone needs something, someone asks a question and I know the answer, I'm there offering. And obviously that lends itself to overdoing, overhelping, it's inserting myself into the role of being a problem solver. And here I am 2 years later, finally realizing how damaging that actually is and how heavy it is trying to always have the answer and be responsible. It took me 2 years to figure out that I don't need to always help people, and I don't always need to remind people of things, and I don't always need to be the one to do it just because I heard about it. And that's very hard for me because I just want to help. I always just want to help. But I need to learn that it's not my job to help everyone. I don't always need to respond to every need. And I think something that I really needed to learn was that it's okay to be selfish. And that I am allowed to be selfish. So, for this week's homework, for the Sunday reset, I invite you to spend some time journaling. Some questions that might be relevant are: what things have changed about you? What things have you learned? What experiences have shaped you over the past 2 years? Think back to September of 2024 and reflect all the way up until now. I have a feeling this is coming up so strongly because of this Pisces eclipse, because it is the final eclipse on that Virgo Pisces axis. So it is very much a real closing out of the cycle. I believe there's still one more eclipse, either in Virgo or Pisces, in 2027. But as for this year, we are at the end. This is it. So think temporarily on the last 2 years. How have you changed? How have you grown? What's different? What's new? And with an eye towards the future, what are you excited to finally be leaving behind? What things have you worked to drop as habits? And maybe you're still tying up some loose ends on that, or maybe you haven't quite gotten all the way there. What's left to do? What are some concrete things that you can do that will get you a little bit closer to closing the cycle completely? And of course, as we look forward to all of the shifting energy with the North Node in Aquarius and the South Node in Leo, this is all about your personal expression. This is defining yourself, and not just for the sake of being an individual and standing out, which that is important, but it is also very much where does you being yourself open up the door for others to be themselves. What's your contribution to the whole? And that's what I have for this week. I had a little bit of a heavy morning. The eclipse energy, we're in this like corridor between eclipses right now, and I'm feeling very sleepy. My dreams have been intense, very vivid, and I wake up feeling like I was actually doing the things that I was dreaming about, so not very well rested. And like I said, I've basically been working my way towards the end of a cycle, so there is a lot of that energy lingering. I've been feeling heavy. I'm really tired, but I will, as I always say, thank you so much for joining me for this week's Sunday Reset. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to throw a like on it. And if you are not already subscribed, you probably should be. Yeah. Continue to be kind to yourselves and to one another. And I look forward to seeing you on the mat for this Tuesday.